Hi guys. So I've done a video in the past about what barbershop is, and now I simply have to do a video about just each part, because if there's one thing people don't normally realize, it's that, oh yes, every part is amazing. I have sung all of them, and each part, oddly enough, is underappreciated. So, as a refresher's course for anyone who is new to the concept of barbershop and didn't see my previous video, there are 4 parts in a quartet: the tenor, the lead, the baritone, and the bass. Instead of going down the list, highest to lowest is typical, I'm going to do this based off of quartet formation. So if all these people were standing in a quartet formation setup and they were on a stage, one order, and the order that I will actually be talking about, is tenor, lead, bass, and baritone. So the tenor, the person who has the highest notes, I would demonstrate, except it's a wee bit late tonight, and as much as I'd like to be known as that person who sings in the dorms, I really actually don't need to be known as that person who sings in the dorms. So anyway, the tenor has the highest part. They, I could say he or she, but I'm probably just going to stick to they, get to just soar into the stratosphere. And because of said soaring into the stratosphere, at least the tenor singing that I've done, I have a tendency to come off as flat or sharp, not quite on the note. And yeah, that's common with singers in general. But the reason I feel tenors are unappreciated is because it's so hard to stay in the stratosphere without losing all your oxygen. And it's so hard to just stay afloat and not feel weird because you're the only one singing this high. So for those reasons, tenors, I appreciate and respect your job, and I think you're awesome. And if you haven't gotten any tenor love or barbershop love this week, this is me giving you barbershop love this week. Now, I said quartet formation, and as of right now, it's kind of going down the line of highest to lowest, but we'll break that in a second. In any case, the lead is next. For those of you who say,
the lead is underappreciated, they sing the melody.
having sung the melody before, I can say it's actually one of the most difficult parts, because if the lead does not sell the melody 150%, the rest of the quartet won't even come close to 100%. The lead has to pour so much energy and so much forward momentum and motion into singing that if they don't do it, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be like,
this is nice, but something's off.
And I have been in quartets where we were all tired, our lead included, and so when she sang, she was just singing. And then my coach came in for 2 seconds, and same rehearsal, so we'd been going at it for 2 hours, and all of a sudden my coach starts singing, and everyone's just back. And we can hit these notes again. And it's not the lead's fault. It's the fact that that part takes so much energy, and you just need to give it everything you've got. So, for all my leads out there who they love their part or whatever, but maybe they're losing a little energy this week. Maybe they're just kind of ignored because they're usually the voice that's heard the clearest. Out of all the parts, the melody is usually the one that everyone knows. Regardless of your situation, I am sending you barbershop love right now, this week, for you. Be strong. Carry the melody. Rely on your teammates, rely on your quartet mates, and just be the best you can be. And now for the bass. The bass is actually, for me, it was the hardest. Every part was hard in its own way, and I can always go into why that's the case, but the bass was a challenge because, one, I'm not used to singing those notes, and two, yes, the lead carries the melody, but the bass is kind of the grounding. And if your bass is feeling like breathy and raspy and not clear and not what the bass should be, then when it hurts you, like, oh my god, I have to be so particular and just so sure of exactly what I'm doing and making sure I'm standing right and breathing right and all this stuff when I'm bass, because I'm not normally a bass. So for all those basses, even if it comes naturally to you, even if you say,
Middle C is so hard to sing, I would rather just stay in the basement.
I appreciate you. So, regardless of where you are, if you sing bass and you need some love in that
Basement.
I got you. And of course, I saved my favorite part for last. I have to admit, actually, depending on the day, all of them are my favorites, but baritone is my all-time favorite. And I'm speaking to all of you. This is for you. And that part gets teased far more often, being told that we get the leftovers and stuff. Personally, I think we have the best part. We get to blend in, still showcase ourselves, prove that we can handle jumping all over the place, maintain the behind the scenes essentially. And I personally think the baritone part, especially when it's really baritone-y, is the most beautiful part. So, moral of the story, barbershop is a wonderful thing, and you should appreciate the people who sing in your chorus or quartet, regardless of the part they sing. Singing by yourself and singing just a cappella in general is a lot harder than people think it is. So, to all of you who sing a cappella, who sing barbershop, whatever, you are awesome, you are appreciated, and I hope you have a fantastic week. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you want to talk more barbershop, I got you. And I have other singing related videos coming out your way. I already have one or two. It should be only one by this point, but there might be two. And I have other videos in general. College, life, all that jazz. So feel free to head over to my channel and just check it out if you like this conversation. And I will see you later. Have a great day.